Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 484 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are just looking at our Chrome production that has stalled entirely because we are full of stuff that we should probably get rid of. I didn't actually know that we also have nickel here. And that's going to Invar as far as I know. And somewhere... Nisinol, sorry, not Invar. Also Invar, never mind. So Nisinol over here, where we just don't consume a lot. And Invar here, which also doesn't consume a lot. Are we prioritizing this in any way, by the way? Because otherwise it's stupid for us to be producing more. It doesn't seem like we are. But it isn't really running in any case, because we're not consuming all of this Invar. Wait, we should be. This is not Invar, is it? Wait. It all goes back around here. We need to make steel. Why is this not running? Some ingredient shortage. Output full of what we need. Ingredient short. Oh, we have something on the belts here that shouldn't be there. Is that also the case down here? No. This lacks charcoal. That needs to be turned around. Okay. Well, let's just go fix that first. Also, we wanted to go home and offload some junk. But I just saw this problem and I want to fix it. So, Invar. Is the charcoal not in chest at all? No. Okay. And we also had a problem up here with this belt, but that should only be the one machine, honestly. All of these probably also had charcoal problems. We're producing Invar again and consuming nickel. Now we can also look into this stuff to prioritize the build if possible. So do we just look at those belts? And say here that if everything is below 10, so if there's less than 10 ore on these 5 belts, then we're allowed to input from here. But as long as it's full, that should be fine. And then mirror that up here. Why are you allowed to work? Does it make a difference if they're on hold? Apparently yes. Yeah, that makes sense. So now they're disabled. Good. We should consume a little bit of this again. Could remove limits here, but that doesn't seem like a permanent solution anyway. Though it would be nice to just get it started. The chrome production started, I mean. Also had too much iron ore, and I would like to fix that as well. And we have two, no, we just have one train coming here. Going up to where we just produce iron ore because we need it for metal catalysts, mainly, I think. Should probably prioritize everything here to be from down here, but do we have any other way to get rid of this? Do we have any other stations that accept iron ore? Ferric chloride does. Fluid did, probably because we wanted to make metal catalysts up there. Iron ore is where we are offloading stuff currently. Iron ore overflow should be this station, right? That's for metal catalyst, and that is where we deliver it. Oh, so this is where we're producing it for this, and overflow is here, where we try to get rid of it. And this, where's that? Is it science or so? No, that's here as well. Oh, it is here. I don't know, byproduct. Why is it not just overflow? Well, let's not name it something that we probably already had. But we could send this to ferric chloride. Iron ore. It's byproduct. No, we'll just wait for full inventory here. Good. So we are running again. But we might still just store too much nickel ore soon. Is this limited to 5 seconds? What? Did I think we could fill it up in 5 seconds? Maybe. Okay, at least we're producing chrome again. Should we try to do something about the nickel in here? Maybe just transfer it. Good. Just move it a couple of tiles closer, I guess. It could have also helped. Oh, now the robots should be stopping soon. And they are. Good. Give me back my stuff. Thank you. And we're going back with junk. I am going the wrong way. You don't need those anymore. I feel like we're still carrying a lot of stuff, but maybe that's just because we have a lot of belt and similar things. And those. Okay, we're probably fine. We were talking about duplicating this stuff. Liquid resin. But honestly, I don't think it's necessary. Where are you going? You're going up there. Oh yeah. Because we limited this, yes. But this is filling up nicely already. I don't think we really lag it over here. No. We have plenty of phenolic boards. Good. So I don't really care about doubling that production currently. What do I care about then? I could go and remove this liquid resin outpost. That's actually filled up, so don't really see a reason to remove it right now. It doesn't really delay the trains other than them having to come all the way up here. This should be working, right? Power. This is working, it's just stopped because we have enough steam available. So we are outputting empty fuel cells every now and then, but a lot less often because we have higher density fuel now in the plutonium. So before it was 8 megawatts. No, 8 megajoules? Right? 8 gigajoules, sorry. And now it's 40 gigajoules, so 5 times as much density. So it's each cell should just last 5 times as long, because the output of these don't really change because of the fuel. Good. So, again, what is the next step? We need to produce these. also need to produce this. This pressing though. We also need to make more train stations to bring in some of the stuff for all of these empty buildings. Because otherwise production will stop here at some point, at least for some things. And I think that's just important enough to start doing then. If we want brass, let's just start with this. 120 per second. Maybe that's a good start, maybe not, we'll see. We need several different things. Can we get rid of some of the things that we have too much of? Do we get zinc anywhere as a byproduct? No, not from normal recipes, so we don't really have to consume that if we don't want to. If we ever had to scale this, I would use the highest tier recipe. But since we don't need a lot of brass ever, at least I don't think so, I guess we should figure out how much brass we need for science, if we need any. Didn't we need some for, I guess it was red or green science probably? That we got from back here. No, not that. Why did we export something here? This is brass, I think. Or satellites. Or whatever else we make over there. Oh, for gear wheels for radars, okay. So again, we really don't need a lot. So we will just make the bare minimum. And we won't need to scale it. So I guess this is fine. And we probably don't even have to think about this. Well, it would be nice if we could make enough of this from just one column of things. And that's what we have here. Good. And then a little bit of this stuff. Is that chunks or what? Don't have to be efficient with this. We need molten lead for this one. Do we need molten lead for this? No. Weird. Should we actually export this down to sulfuric acid? That would probably be good. I'm just curious about one recipe needing lead and another doesn't. Zinc ore and molten lead. Processed zinc and carbon. This seems more simple, but it's a higher tier recipe. I'll just accept that and be happy about it, I guess. We do not need a lot of production for that. Good. And let's get some beacons involved and some of these. Good. So a single setup, or a very simple setup for this. And a very simple setup for this, except that we need to... It is chunks. Okay. For some reason I thought it wasn't. I am probably just gonna make the most ugly thing for this, because we shouldn't ever need to scale it. let's just get going with this. Do we have what we need? We need some more landfill for a new outpost. Some landfill. Good. And I think we got just get going for this. And we'll just continue over here. Even though this was supposed to be our science mecca. Maybe we'll just go past our science and see how that is doing. If we're actually storing up red science or if we're just waiting for more. Maybe do a status on space science and green science as well. We have plenty of red science. No power still, really? I thought we were over that. Oops. I guess not. Maybe we've just been producing more and more and putting down more beacons. 10 gigawatt, okay. It's actually quite a lot that we are missing. Are all of the reactors running? Or all of the turbines at least. This is all running. As long as we see smoke, everything is good. Everything is good. We should put some up here and just start expanding to the left as well, I guess. I'm just fearing that that will take up a lot of UPS, so that's why I don't really want to do it, but we need power. But let's try and focus on one thing at a time still. We have enough red. We would like more science labs, I guess, to be able to do this stuff faster. Though we will hit a bottleneck at some point, so maybe it's not really that necessary until we start getting more different science types in. I still just want to be able to stock up on base science, and that's not too fast still, but of course every stack is 2000 science. Does this mean we get a fish if we launch one of these? I guess it does. And then if we launch the fish, we get an achievement or something? I think so. This is working. We've launched 120 rockets. I think everything is fine for science. We will focus on power for now. Yes. And then brace. It would be nice if we didn't have to bring all of the power plant thing, construction things over. Maybe we should just connect the networks. That's just never a good thing, I feel. But then we should fill up a train with stuff instead and bring it over. Maybe store it up here. That could work. So how many wagons can we get on a train here? 4. That seems good. And we would like to do it somewhat in a good ratio for everything. I don't know how many request chests we need for each, so we'll just put some to begin with. So what we need the most of is, or at least the most tiles, filled tiles, is the turbines, because they only stack to 10, so we need 19 tiles of those. Should write this down. But is it not possible to resize this or something and use it for... No, we can't really. I just want a list of this. I'll just still bring landfill manually in case we need it. And explosive charges, I guess. How about this is just steam turbines. So that should be enough for a full... And maybe we'll just do this. Just because it would suck to get the wrong thing in. So this is 800. So enough for 4 of these setups. And for 4 of these setups we would need 2000 heat pipe. And heat pipe stacked to 50. $500. We only need half of this. Next, we need 1,000 pipe, 4,000 pipe. That should be the same amount of area, right? Because these stack to 100. So yes, 4,000 of these take up the same space as 2,000 heat pipes. Hopefully we have enough space for everything here, but we should. Need 800 underground pipe. Not that much. 15 each. Yes, that much. 16 by 50 should be 800. And then we need what? Something like 600 heat exchangers. Which also stack to 50, right? Heat, food. Is this just the normal one? I guess it is. They should stack to 50, I think. Yes, 50. Don't request it yet, please. And these stack to 50. Just need it for 800. Right? Yes, almost 200 by 4. Good. 600 of these, sorry. We're not putting anything in yet, so that doesn't really matter. Then 450 storage tanks. This is 450, yes. I guess we should maybe bring some explosives, but no. That's not. 100 substations. Do I have any of those? No. They stack to 50 as well. Good. Then some inserters. Let's just take 100 of those as well. And 100. No, just 50 water offshore pumps. Yes. Well, I guess 60, because that's what we can get. And 50 power poles, 50 provider chests and requester chests, 50 reactors. Don't want to stuff too much into this either, but on the other hand, I'm sure we can make it work. Not that provider chest. Active provider. And that one. And I said reactors. And reactors scale to how many? Or stack to how many, sorry? Just 10. So we don't have to do 50 of them, we can just do 40. Yes. We wanted to do down here, not up here. How many different things is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can have 6 more in this wagon if needed. We just need 3 more. Good. 2 stacks of roboports and a stack of each combinator type. Two stacks of roboports and combinators. No, we don't really want the last one. My intention, please stop. Input stuff instead. Storage tanks. Handling. Launch. 150. Substations. There's 2 stacks of those. Yes. 2 stacks of inserters. And 3 stacks of offshore pumps. And those power poles first. Active provider chests. And requester chests. Why did I say we could have 16 when we can only have 12? I don't know. So this one is important. We could always bring those by hand if we wanted to, or we could put extra chests at the ends. What was it? Robobots? Oh, we already did those, my bad. Robobots here. Robobot. Yes. Combinator. Do we not have any of those? Oh, we've just run out of the basic resource we need for them, I'm sure, because we don't produce brass, bronze, or steel. No, we don't bring steel in anymore, of course. That's one of the things we need to add a train station for. We should probably have done that before doing everything else, but I'm sure it's fine. Could we get some nuclear fuel in here, please? I don't actually know if that's available, but we do have 2 coming. Oh, we are bringing it in over here. Okay. We can also fuel this. But just put it manually though. This will be the plant supplies. Don't need to make the other station still. Do we do that before or after we make stations here? Decisions. Let's finish this thought first. and get some more power fence planned, because we are low on power. So make the other station, please. Can we not put down on top of this stuff? Yes, we can. Then why is this red? Oh, probably because we can't put the offshore pumps down yet. Then we remove that stuff, and then we can. Because we only have the one tile of water. Dang it. Why can't it just be easy? Is this where we fixed the water? No. It was down here. Yes. We need a normal blueprint where we can enable tiles. Tile. That's not a good idea. Undo. Not that, not that, not that, not that, that, or that. Hopefully we are still have all the water. Let's get the worst out of the way here. We can just save it and have a look at what we are missing. As long as we don't remove too much, that is. Like that one tile. So we should have, what, 6, 12, 18, 36, 72 tiles of water. Why do we only have 71? I'm sure I just removed something in here. 72, okay. Wait that. Put it there for now. Does this look good? Yes. So replace this one. Even if it's red because some of the water is not the water we want it to be, we can still put everything down. That's good news. Make a station. We just need something similar to this, except that we have to output 12 different things from one, or 13 different things from one wagon. probably with filter inserters. Do this if we want to add more stations at some point, maybe. And do stuff, please. Good, I think. These all need to be filters. Only needed 4 things for the first 2. And then 13 for the last one. And the first 2 actually don't have more than 1 thing. So I don't think so. Go away, please. Power plant. Is this what we called the other one? Supplies? No. Called it nuclear plant supplies. Okay, that's fine. As long as there's that distinction, I'll just be confused later. Plant supplies. Or time, I guess. Don't want it to go too often, but okay, whatever. Is it lacking? It's lacking inserters, so we can skip that. Should only allow the correct amounts out, right? Good. We can't put specific things in. So these need to be filters. Because we have both pipe and underground, I think, in that one or something. We'll figure it out in a little bit. To go the other way around, please. That. And like that. And a little extra one. Yeah, of course I can't get out when this is here. Yeah, go there. And then come back. In the last wagon, we had a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna start from the end, because that's what I'm remembering the best. Those. These, I think. Those. There was a lot of different stuff here. and I don't remember half of it. Well, obviously I do, because I'm more than halfway through, as long as those are correct at least. Offshore pumps. Are you here yet? Oh. Your plans is one thing I forgot. Heat exchangers. Oh, it wasn't underground pipe here, it was heat pipe. Okay, so let's just start up here. Uranium reactor. And heat exchanger. And underground pipe. How come these are not putting anything? Waiting for train. Excuse me. Actually sure what that means. Well, let's just make sure that we have everything done. Have that, those two. And that. What is the 13th thing? Stack inserters. As long as this works, I guess I'm okay with it. We should make limits on these though. It. What happened to the rest of these? Because we had a lot, I thought. I don't know. 600 of those, 800 of those, 20 of those, 450, 60, and 100. Something is happening to weird stuff here. I put 200 inserters in here. Where did they go? Oh, robots. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I want most of that. This train has been unloaded somewhere where it shouldn't. Did it stop itself here or something? I don't understand. We had an almost full train of a lot of stuff. Maybe these were also blocked from inserting or something. Something weird is going on at least. Two chests for each box, so half chests. You take pipe. So do you. You two take heat pipe. Oh, of course, the robot's also taking stuff from here. That's what's confusing me. Never mind. These two are not supposed to be heat pipe, just normal pipe. Gets a little bit of a mess like this, but never mind. Almost empty. Good. Good. Do we want to keep some area in here, or does that not matter? Guess it really doesn't. Can't build one right here though, but that's fine. And we do need to remove this. Just a build, please. Have more than 2 tiles in between, so that can stay if we want it to. I don't think I'll touch that one yet. It's just 4 tiles, right? So we're gonna need a lot of landfill. Should I put that down manually? We should, because that'll take forever for the robots, and then they only have to do explosive charges. Let's do vertical, because we want to build out sideways mostly, I guess. Get in here. And that's all my landfill. Okay. Down several of these, maybe just the 4 at once. This one is not right. That's why I need to be able to put down more at once, because again, I will fail otherwise. Let's just check these with a little bit of help. Yes, that should all be correct. Well, the robot's not doing anything. They are doing something. They're just coming from down here. Oh, maybe not. Storage. And then I said I wanted to put in these manually. And I'll go grab more of that. And then we'll call this done. It's done enough that we can start putting more power plants down, hopefully. wait for this to get out as well. Unless we just keep doing this. We need steel to make more of these. I wanted to bring explosives. Good. We do have almost 2,000 robots working here. Guess we should just get it up to 2,000 if we had normal construction bots. We do. Is it all 33? We need 17 more. Yes. 2,000. Good. Let's also put one of those in for a nice 250. We should also put repair packs in if we don't want these to blink at us all the time. So I guess we need to actually start repair pack production, because I don't want to leave all of my repair packs, but I guess I will. Still low on power, but that's what we are trying to fix, of course. We will give this some time. And unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.